Hey Spec, welcome back to the stream. Continuing from our last one, I don't know what happened with the last one. I sent back them a form, but they said, well, they didn't respond back, but they haven't re-uploaded the video either, so. But it's cool. Just give me a sec, I'm posting, trying to notify others. Yeah, I like the plush too. But yeah, me and my brother was talking yesterday outside, and I think I have a plot down and how the characters are going to be introduced, and I think I figured out a way how to introduce the fantasy aspect to it too. I made a lot of progress yesterday. Okay, now I can get started. Oh, I already made it. Yeah, so basically, oh, okay. Okay, welcome back, Spec. So, basically, I still don't know how she's gonna arrive in the town, but remember how we was talking about like the rumor in the town? So, oh, I didn't even change the color. It's fine. It's fine. Uh, so basically, the rumor in the town is that if you go to there's like a forest in their inner city that if you the rumor was before that if you go in there at a specific time, you make a wish to like uh one of the statues there, then it will come true. So what happens is someone before Fallen gets there, someone went into the forest and they ended up dying there. So instead of everyone calling it the like the forest of luck or good fortune, people call it the forest of death. And when Fallen gets to there, to the city, she doesn't know about the about the rumor or the forest at all. So one night she goes out to the forest to do some stargazing, and then she comes in contact with like this evil spirit, like a shadow or something, and she's about to get attacked or whatever from it. But then uh there's like this toy elephant that saves her and explains the origin of the forest. That like the forest isn't just a normal forest. It's like it's a spirit basically. It's one big spirit, and its job is to like fend off like evildoers that go into the forest. So the forest is actually like under attack by like I don't know specifically who or a group of people. Um, but let's say like this group of people wants to use the forest's power for like not good purposes. Uh, so it's pretty much Fallen and her friends trying to figure out who's doing this to the forest or whatever. And the reason why they have to is because if it isn't solved in enough time, the forest will start like spreading out its roots, it growing bigger, and it will start affecting the town, and it will start eliminating people in the town. So that's pretty much like the adventure plot of it. I guess I should color this first. How long has the forest? Okay, so I'll go in order. How long has the legend been there? It's been there for centuries. Like it's been there ever since its incarnation, and they found the body outside of the forest. So like an officer walked past or a person walked past and saw that there was a person dead outside of the forest, and the cause of death was unknown. And why is the forest starting to spread now? Because someone or some people are tampering with the forest. So they're like, I'm not specifically sure what they're doing, but they're messing with like the natural order of the forest. And like I said, they're trying to abuse its magical powers. So and like with its powers, like it could gain you like supernatural abilities. It's like um so like in video games, like there's someone that uses fire and stuff like that. It has that type of ability to do so. And Fallen gains her powers uh from going through like a sort of like traumatic experience. Well, not traumatic experience, more like she kind of like faces a bit of her conflict overall, which is her opening up to people. And that's where like the toy elephant is like it's a living being. Well, not a living being, but it's moving and talking. Uh and like she gains her powers from the forest for like revealing some of her past to him. The forest is like one big like metaphor for like the future and how um it's big and vast, but since the trees and leaves are all over the place, you're not really sure of like what's going to happen in your future. You can't really see it well. So, and it's like to be able to carve out your own path, you got to close the gap within yourself. The the elephant was actually already in toy in the forest. It just deceased. Like the owner of the elephant deceased. Oh no, and this stuffed elephant is not the one that I'm doing right now. It's not the elephant. Um, the elephant like had a owner before that was like a part of the forest, but they passed away, and so the elephant just was just in the forest, but wasn't moving until finally came into the forest. I won't spoil why the elephant awakened for her and not like anyone else who went to the forest in the past years. But let's just say there's a reason why the elephant awakened and gained a mind and spirit. Well, it already had a mind and spirit. It was just asleep. No, the elephant isn't a is not a descendant or a plot twist that it's her mother. I mean, I wouldn't mind that. Like I don't mind that at all if the elephant was like her mother in spirit, but not actually, her mother, you know? Because I had a other story about where there was another character and like their companion was like their actual mother, but he wouldn't have known. But the actual like animal character knew the whole entire time, so but I could figure out a way how to incorporate that. The forest is in the middle of the town, and like before the incident, the forest was just a forest. Um, like people treat it as a normal forest, but it was special because of that legend. And the forest doesn't like ever reject people. Even like when it's being tampered with, the forest the forest allows people to come in. It would just attack people, or it will create these shadowy figures or whatever, or spirits that will attack people who are whoever have like an ill will or something like that. Um, yeah, that's pretty much how it will go for like that. I did not color this. Oops. So the powers are new. Uh, they're only supposed to be different powers one can achieve. Okay, so uh, there is like a main area in the forest, but uh, like only Fallen and her love interest has the power to see it. Um, because they're going to be like the first characters to obtain it, and the only way to obtain your powers within the forest is to like accept that part of yourself a little bit. So like with Fallen, if she like opens up to like the toy elephant guardian, whatever, um, in that forest, she'll gain powers because she's trying to excuse me, close that gap within herself that she knows that she's afraid to try to cross. So uh and how many others gain the powers from the okay, so like I said, it's new, and the powers won't like it isn't like very well achieved because it hasn't been done before in the past. Because the legend, it's basically you just go to the forest, so you kind of just, I guess, pray or hope, and then you just leave. And what's the possibility of different powers one can achieve? I have not thought of that. I haven't thought of it yet. But it isn't like, it isn't going to be like world breaking powers. So the uh the powers are a side effect from the person. They're a side effect from the person like trying to close the gap themselves, because like I said, the force is a metaphor for the future, so the more you try to tackle on yourself right now, the more stronger you become in the future, if you could get it like that. So like the more Fallen exposes herself and learns how to deal with the repercussions of it, the better she'll become as a person for the future. Nah, like anyone could get them. Um, like anyone could get them. It isn't like a chosen one type of thing because I hate chosen one stories. I really don't like them. Um, but it's sort of like because Fallen in her love interest gets it first. Uh, they have the power to like influence other people to want to close that gap for themselves. So like you have to be in the forest, but like they sort of like help them awaken their powers a bit faster than what they did. Because out of all of them, Fallen in her love interest is gonna have the hardest time awakening their power. But and then while other people go into the forest, it will be easier because not only that they dealt with it, but they have knowledge upon the forest. But the next stream, since I'm pretty satisfied with Fallen right now, will be the love interest. Ah, okay. No, I didn't say what their powers were. I'm not too sure about what their powers are yet. I was saying, yeah, I had I gotta do the details of like his weight and height and other stuff, but I have idea of his characters. So we have like I think like 2 to 3 side characters thought out in their stories. But yeah, I mainly just have what the plot of the story is going to be mainly. It's both. Uh, one of them is going to be the rich girl, and another one's going to be delinquent. But for the male love interest, like the first sort of person he meets, it's this guy who just wants to be with a bunch of girls, and he wants to be in a relationship like really badly. So that's going to be his first character, or the first side character for him. And the first side character for Fallen is the delinquent. I decided she's gonna be alone in the beginning, and then she's gonna gain friends rather than start off by having friends. I do need to make the background one color. Her father will be introduced in the beginning, but her sister won't be revealed until like later in the story. But yeah, I have an idea about what her sister's gonna look like too. So the time frame. Uh, hmm, hmm. She will. It will be like maybe like a month after school starts, and then like there'll probably be like maybe a chapter or two of her of just the reader trying to get to know her, and then like she'll get her powers right. Like she'll start going to the forest after that. Well, she didn't know about the forest thing. So what interests her is that like there was some nice stars out, and she wanted to go to the forest to see it. And what was her interest in maths? Oh, she just likes them. Like she just likes how big they are in their trunks. Hello, can you hear me? My bad about that. My laptop crashed. You still here, Spec? Yeah. Can you hear me now? Okay. I'm glad I was able to recover my work. Let me just save. Okay. You said give me a quick rundown how you picture the town looking like. You say the forest in the center, so our house is built around it. Yeah, it's exactly like that. Probably not, but that is something I do need to do. Make a small map of the town. Even though I'm not good at geography. If Yeah, I'm not good at geography, but still there's something I do need to do. Oops. Yeah, I'll probably eventually make one. Eli Font. I'm just kidding. No, the plush does have a name. How did she get it? She just bought it. Eli Font. Yeah, there was a bad movie uh that someone was reviewing, and one of the characters' names was Eli Font. So that's why I got the reference from. Hmm. Oh, because oh, I got you. Her home. I'm not gonna do anything to wait. I'm gonna cut off the picture like right here on his empty side because I don't have. Well, I don't want to put a lot in the room yet. Besides, I'm gonna do a like whenever I get to the chance, I want to draw all of the rooms. Just give me something to do that's new. Oh, the gamer injury person. Yeah, they will. There'll be a side character in the story. Yeah, that's why I figured that out. Like there are drawings that I like that have thick lines, and I like it. It pops out a lot. But also I like um some artworks that have like thinner lines. But thanks. I really appreciate it. Oh, I got to do the book next. Right now I'm just doing the base, and then I'll do the shading. Yeah, I can too. I bet it's because of the table, isn't it? Yeah, that's how I wanted it to be. I did on the wrong layer. Hmm. Where did it go? Oh, there we go. Uh, it starts off small, but then it starts growing, so it starts becoming bigger and bigger. I'm not sure what breed of trees yet. I'll have to look that up to know what different trees mean, you know? No, think of it as like it's a park, but the forest is like the park itself. It's just in the middle of the middle of a like open field. Yeah. You mean like the ending that I want, or like because the ending I know how the ending is gonna go, uh, but like how do I want? You mean like the overall lesson, or just uh the image of completing the story? Don't be afraid to improve yourself, and don't be afraid to face the things you don't want to. Like that's the overall lesson I want to teach. And the only way you'll get better is if you try to improve, try to improve yourself. Sorry, I'm stumbling on my words. I'm still trying to get used to drawing and speak at the same time. she'll be in a club when the story begins because the 1 month time skip happens in the beginning of the story. Oh, I didn't think of that. Yes, she will. I'll add that later. Thought I erased that. Oh, that's before the crash. Oh, Senku. I don't know if I'll get the rights to do that, but yeah, she'll probably do that. Have like a little Senku poster. I gotta fill that in. That's the wrong brush. There we go. Oh, I said yeah. She will have one. I'll draw one. If not, I have to make one. Oh, that's way too close. There we go. Jewelry, not a lot of jewelry. Maybe like at most like a necklace. So I decided for like the shading. What's the town's response when they find a mysterious body? Um, they're actually quite shocked about someone like dying over there because, like I said, it's usually safe. So, it's like it's sort of big over there, and like not a lot of people are used to it. Some people think there's like a killer in town, and it's like in a panic sort of, but not really. As there'll be like people who would try to find out what happened, but of course they're not the main character, so they won't figure out what actually happened. Oh, you're back. Is it working now? Okay, cool. Yeah, uh I might be almost done with the stream. I don't want to stream too long uh this time. But yeah, I got some of the side characters down. I just got to look for names and decide what they look like. I already know their story and how they'll play out in the story. I mean, their backstory. Yeah, I know how they'll play out in the plot. Also, I don't know what it is about this picture, but I'm really starting to like it now compared to the last one. I think it's probably because uh I was still like not sure where the story was gonna go, but now since I have an idea, I know where exactly the story I want wants to go. Yeah. Um. Usually, me and my brother sometimes go outside and we just talk about random stuff. And I was explaining him with the story, and like sometimes we like to meme around and just talk about different stuff. But like yesterday, he was talking when I was talking about the Legend of the Forest. He was meme around saying, "Oh, maybe someone died there," and saying super generic stuff for his story. And like because of that, I'm like, wait a minute, I think I can make this work. So we figured out a way how to make it work. He actually helped me with some of the side characters because that's like what me and my brother like to do a lot is just try to think of characters and think of stories and stuff when we're bored. But shortly I'll have to do something with him for one of his classes, so that's why I'm not gonna stream this one too long. But definitely because of the talk that I had with him, it really inspired me. So hope that you guys enjoy the stream. The next stream will be coming soon. Probably not tomorrow. Probably on the weekend. Um, and then that one is going to be featuring uh Fallen's love interest. So definitely stay tuned for that. So I'll see you guys next time. Peace.